Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you from room 111 at Clintondale Middle School. I'm Mr. Steffler, and I'm here to talk about the Chapter 5 test. The Chapter 5 test is an 8-question test, and it is all multiple choice. The first couple questions are about life in the colonies right around the end of the French and Indian War. It talks about how the Americans enjoyed life without British control, and then problems happened during and around the end of the French and Indian War when many colonists wanted to move into the Ohio Valley and weren't allowed to because of the proclamation of 1763. The good news about the French and Indian War for the colonists is they no longer had to worry about the French as a threat on their border, but they did have to worry about more and more British soldiers being sent to the colonies every day. Another thing that they had to worry about because of the French and Indian War was taxes. There was many new taxes placed on the colonists because the war cost the British government so much money. So in order to pay for the war, they raised taxes on the colonists, which really upset them because the colonists didn't believe that they had voted on those taxes, and because they hadn't voted on those taxes, they didn't think that they had to pay them. Some of these taxes include the Stamp Act, the Townshend Act, and the Tea Act are all examples of taxation without representation. Another major part of the chapter we talked about was the Boston Massacre, and how, it was really a riot that erupted between colonists and the British soldiers, but the colonists kind of spun it and made it seem like it was, innocent colonists being gunned down in the streets of Boston, and as you know from the video, that's not exactly how it went. It also talks about the Boston Tea Party and the Intolerable Acts. The Intolerable Acts were passed to punish Boston for the Boston Tea Party. They were a result of the Boston Tea Party. So the Intolerable Acts closed Boston Harbor and helped really unite the colonists against the British. The last thing it talks about is the battles at Lexington and Concord. Now, in this case, the colonists were armed, the British were armed, and they actually shot at each other, being the first battles of the American Revolution. And what it really proved, that Americans were really willing to fight to govern themselves and were willing to fight to end taxation without representation. So I hope that you've read your chapter. I hope that you've studied, and if you have, I'm sure tomorrow's open note test will be good. Have a nice day, and God bless America.